Hi guys, my name is Adil and I help entrepreneurs online to sell more products because I'm a copywriter, and the way that I do that is I write their copy so that they can actually go out and deliver great value to you and actually give you something really worthwhile having in your life that will help you. Have you ever had any of these challenges when you're trying to write copy, like writer's block, or writing an email where everything just doesn't flow properly, or you try and get a proper sort of email written to get someone to actually click the link, but they just don't do it because they just feel like it's a bit too hard, or you don't know what to say, or you try and email and it doesn't work, or you try and write a sales copy, you only see a little bit of a return. Have you ever had those challenges? Well, I used to as well. And what I used to do was really weird. I used to pay people like $500 to go out and just write out like 10 emails for me. Or I'd write all the emails out myself because I was too broke or just too stubborn to do it. And, it just basically ended up with me losing a lot of profit in the end of the day. And that wasn't very, very fun for me. Um, Now, my story is pretty much like this. The way I actually found this all out was a bit weird. I started out leaving high school at the age of 17, or in the UK, college at the age of 17. I got my first job. I was quite good at doing general sales. Then, when I was 18, I went to my first network marketing business, and that failed. Then I went to my internet business in 2009. About June 2009, I actually had my first seminar that I went to. By August 2009, I was doing copy and made my first $100 as a affiliate. Then I made my first $400 as a freelancer. I made some money as a freelance writer because I wrote some copy. It wasn't, and during that time, after I made that, I actually started to study copywriting, devouring everything. I think I spent 3 straight weeks in my room studying copy. There's actual photos of me with like a big beard and everything. It's so weird. You can check on Facebook. It's that crazy. It's Adil Awesome. It's Adil Awesome, like facebook.com/Adil the Awesome, if you want to go check those photos out. But what ended up happening was around September 2009, on the eve of my birthday, I get given this advice: choose to do copy because you're good at it. So I go out and I start using everything I do in copywriting, and I approach people thinking they know what they're doing about copywriting. But when I sat down to get my first couple of clients in 2010, they didn't know that much. And while I sat down helping them out, uh, I understood more. And then I got myself a job in door-to-door sales so I can actually understand how the human buying process works. And once I started to understand that, bam, I started to get results, and like it skyrocketed overnight. Like at the moment, I charge $5,000 to $10,000 just to write a sales letter, $500 to $1,000 just to write emails, which really don't take me all that long because I know what I'm doing. Now, to go ahead and just tell you this, the old way of copywriting, where you had to go to a school, you had to understand marketing, then you had to go out and you had to work for a company and spend 100 grand before you even knew what was even starting, and every important meeting had to be met, and it was all Madison Avenue sort of crap, cutesy little slogans that work. Actually, no, it's none of that. In this new world, the way you do it is you take your brain, you go online, you spend $10 on a website, you throw up some marketing, you get a friend of yours to mail, if you already have a mailing list, you mail them to this offer, and you just track it. You find out how many sales back you made, what your conversion rate is, then you test and tweak it. And some of the old myths that I always expose is the money's in the list. As a copywriter, I can tell you right now, the money is in the relationship of that list. Because if you have no relationship, and you can be the best copywriter in the world, but you can still get low conversion rates. Because a copywriter builds rapport, builds friendship. You build rapport, friendship, get them to know you, like you, and trust you, and they will buy from you. That's the way it's done. It's really simple. Now, the solution that I actually found out, I'm going to give you this right now, is on email specifically. I'm going to give you the 3-step method to go ahead and write an email that concludes of how to write a subject line, how to write the body copy, and how to close them to get them to click the link. Okay, how to get them to click the link. For lack of better wording, we'll say closing. So, The most common mistakes made are people who use a swipe file that they stole, not stole, they swiped, or a JV swipe file, they're doing an affiliate promotion, or something like that. That won't work for the simple reason it's not your voice. It's like me, I have my own character. If I was to steal your character and put him in an email and send him, I'll only get a decent conversion. But if I email my market and tell them, blank, do this, this, and this, through my voice they'll do it. I mean, an exact example here is if you know who Frank Kern is, which you really should do by now. Frank has this amazing way of writing the silliest little emails that bring the biggest amount of money for him. Why? Because he's painted the picture of being the cool guy that everyone likes to know, like, and trust, and be around. He's the surfer dude. In the body copy, people ramble on too much, trying to pitch you, trying to sell you, and in the close, people are just way too weird about it. So we're going to dispel all those little myths and all those most common mistakes and actually bring to you what works. So the first thing you do is you go out and you watch all the old movies you like, you watch all the movies you want to watch, and you sit there with a notepad and pen and you take notes on what's being said as a catchy catchphrase. I'll give you an example. Young Frankenstein, Igor, It's Alive. Or another movie would be Fight Club. What's the first rule of Fight Club? Right? You can always have little fun jokes like that. I mean, they've used that so many times. Or what's the first rule of Clown Club? What's the first rule of Pillow Fight Club? So many things. You can even use Reservoir Dogs. These are actual subject lines I've tested and used, by the way. Open up when Mr. Blonde gets your left ear. Or clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, and I'm stuck in the middle with you. Or you're stuck in the middle. Or something like that. Anything as silly as that, you can actually use this. In the body copy, the first thing you want to do with those, again, watch the movie, and then relate that movie back to whatever service or product you're providing, and the close is just asking them to go click a link. Really, so it's write a really good headline that's in pop culture that people will reference because they're, oh my gosh, really, I remember that. They'll read the email, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about the scene. Ooh, he wants me to click this link. I'll do it. You're going to get a much higher conversion rate. So my name's Adil Marcy, and I'm from adilamarcy.com. Go ahead and check it out, and I'll be sharing more tips and tricks with you. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.